welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be bringing you 3 recipes. 2, we all know there's a shortage of hand sanitizing wipes and hand sanitizer. So I'm going to give you a really valuable recipes to be writing down as I teach you how to make these. Again, adding those to your toolbox. The 3rd will be a recipe for a countertop cleanser, general sanitizing spray. You could use this on toilets, doorknobs, light switch covers, all of the places that are frequently touched and dirty and need disinfected throughout your home. The recipes that I'm bringing you are a combination of a recipe quick guide that I created many years ago and have been building over the years. This was mostly using dōTERRA essential oils and other herbal products that I've made. I wanted a quick resource, kind of emergency preparedness that I was putting in the back of a cabinet just in case the internet went down, in case I needed it. And so I really want to recommend that you create one of those on your own. It's just valuable. The more tools we have, the more success we have to bring wellness into our lives and the lives of those we love. The recipes, however, that I have made some modifications to. Those are based on recent CDC recommendations of creating products or using sanitizers that have a 70% alcohol or more content. So I'm using a high proof isopropyl alcohol found in the pharmacy today. This isn't typically what I had used or shared with you in the past. I could also be using, again, the pure grain alcohol or high proof vodka. I'm sure there's other options. You're willing to explore those on your own. Another change that I've made to today's recipes are the countertop spray that we're going to use. We're going to be putting peroxide in. Peroxide is a great disinfectant. We want to be sure that we are increasing the standards of our home products so that we can keep our families safe and healthy. So as you get ready to join me, please pause this video, gather some note cards or a notebook, and you can write down the recipes with me or check back into today's show notes. I'll see you in a moment. Hi, first up we have a sanitizing surface spray. This is similar to a Lysol or any product you're going to use to cleanse restrooms, countertops, and handles, all the dirty places around our home. So what I did is I grabbed my note cards. I have this ring of note cards that I've been creating for years. This is my emergency preparedness stack, and I've kept it around and jotted down many recipes over the years. My thoughts were, what if my internet goes down? How could I become this resource that could protect my family when there's a shortage or an emergency? Like, I want to become useful. I've been collecting essential oils for years, doggone it. Like, I want to be able to use them when I actually need them. And now seems to be a really great time. So I'm going to show you my first recipe. This is our spray. I gathered a 16-ounce glass bottle. This is a dark glass. This is going to protect the oils inside of it. I've told you this before. In that bottle, I take a colander, fill the bottle almost entirely full of isopropyl alcohol. This is 91%. This is a pretty high alcohol content. I want to kill as many germs as I can on the surfaces around my home. You could substitute a high-grade vodka, 70% or more, or our pure grain alcohol, especially if you have some of that left from our tincture recipe. I'm going to fill up our glass bottle with this. Then I'm going to gather very simple hydrogen peroxide, and I'm going to place 1/2 teaspoon of peroxide inside the same glass bottle. Finally, the easiest way is if you have On Guard Protective Blend by dōTERRA around your house. You're going to take about 60, maybe 70 drops of On Guard oil, place it inside of our bottle, put a cap on it, and it's done. You might not have On Guard. You might have thieves oil if you use one of the other varieties out there, and you might not have any of these. If you don't have any of them, and you have some other oils around your house, be wise. Use your own intuition as well as some tried and true knowledge of essential oils. Each oil has a unique property or many properties. Some are great as antimicrobials, antifungal, antibacterials, and I put together 4 oils that I think are great to smell. They smell clean, they smell wonderful, and they're effective for the purposes that I need. I'm going to use lavender, eucalyptus, and lemon. There's going to be 15 drops each of those oils. Okay, I know this is a lot, but you've been saving up for this, right? You have your investment in your essential oils. They're not cheap. So 15 drops, lemon, lavender, and eucalyptus, or substitute another oil that maybe you find more appealing. Perhaps you like wild orange or grapefruit. Replace the lemon with that. Perhaps instead of eucalyptus, you prefer rosemary. Play around. Okay, that's part of the fun of kitchen witchery. Then 30 drops of Melaleuca. Most of us have Melaleuca, or also called tea tree oil, around our house. We're going to place that inside of our spray bottle. Again, 30 drops. Remove the colander, and that simply, we have a wonderful sanitizing spray to use around the home. Good luck. Next is our segment for a hand sanitizing spray. As most of us know, we're running low on sanitizing sprays in many of our local stores. So this is a great time to turn to some of the products you have at home to create an effective spray to fight germs while you're on the go. The one that I made in advance is in a small glass spray bottle, the same spray bottle that I made our tinctures in. This is a 2-ounce bottle. Sometimes this wouldn't be a great method for our kids, especially if you have small children or if you have anything going on where you drop things a lot. That's me. So our other option is I have small bottles that are aluminum. These are great as well. I don't use plastic bottles with most of the dōTERRA or any essential oil products that I make, because often I'm using a citrus oil, and citrus oils will break down our plastics. Just a great little tip to know. So I will use a glass or aluminum bottle most of the time. Let's go. I'm going to begin with a ½ teaspoon of a carrier oil. The carrier oil of my choice is dōTERRA's coconut oil. This is a fractionated coconut oil that has a great long shelf life and antibacterial properties. I have already measured out 1/2 teaspoon. I add that to my spray bottle. This is going to be wonderful for moisturizing. In addition, for the quality of moisture and softening the hands and just really protecting and healing, I always like to add a few drops of vitamin E oil. This is not a necessity. If you have this on hand or you want to bring those qualities, if it's in your budget, I just love adding vitamin E oil. A few drops goes a long way. Next, we have aloe vera. Aloe Vera Gel is a hot commodity right now, so you're gonna have to search for it if it's not already around your home. I've looked in the stores. I actually ordered another bottle online the other day at a premium, of course, but it's worth it. My family's health is worth it. So aloe vera gel can be a little bit of a bugger to get from the container into your bottle. You have to be creative. If I use the colander for my aloe vera gel, it just gets all gummed up in it and I can't use my colander. It becomes a mess. So I tend to use a tiny knife or other equipment. Sometimes I even eyeball it and I just spray the aloe vera right into my hand sanitizing bottle. I might even add some more later. So you're going to want 2 teaspoons of aloe vera gel, 10 to 12 drops of essential oils. Easiest way to do this is grab that On Guard Protective Blend by dōTERRA, grab your Thieves oil if you're a Young Living person, and put 12 drops per 2-ounce hand sanitizing bottle. These two great companies, dōTERRA and Young Living, are the two I'm most familiar with. They've done the work for us. You can do the work on your own also. I can provide some more recipes and mixtures of essential oils in comments. Basically, it's 12 drops. You could divide that up, 4 drops of lavender, 4 Melaleuca, 4 peppermint, 4 lemon. Make your own mixture. Finally, to that, I add a half teaspoon of glycerin. Glycerin works as an emulsifier. Anytime we're putting a vegetable and a liquid together, this is going to help so that our essential oils aren't going to be separate and everything's going to be laying in layers in our bottle. This is going to blend it all together so we can spray it out and know that we're getting components of each of the various items that we're adding. Glycerin's also great for our skin, so this is going to be something that adds some softening properties to our product. Because it's really hard for me to say with these products, so far I'm going to mix them up. The last product we have to add is alcohol, and I'm adding again my 91% isopropyl alcohol. This is not the recipe that I used to use. However, I really, really want my family to be germ-free. So I'm grabbing for the big guns. I'm going right after that isopropyl alcohol, but I have added the aloe and the vitamin E and so many other great things that I hope will bring skin softening as well as protection for my family and yours. So grab that recipe in your products and begin making. Paper towels that were around my house and a mason jar to become my next container of sanitizing wipes for on the go, and just a convenience that we all have grown used to and now aren't able to find as easily. So let's make those on our own. These require just a few simple ingredients. We're going back to the aloe vera, which I mentioned earlier. I've already pre-measured my aloe vera. You're going to need 2 tablespoons. I'm hoping that you can find that or that you have it again hiding around your house. I know that this is a hot commodity. Next, I'm going to need 1/4 cup of hot water, and I have made my hot water in advance. I have a little aloe vera in my colander from the previous recipe. I'm hoping that might break through it and come down into our pan. I want to use every last drop of this good stuff. We know that aloe vera is so good for our skin, and we are just running low in our community on this. I'm sure you are as well. Next are essential oils. I've been using On Guard today, and I know that I don't want to be repetitive, so I put together a different blend that I really enjoy. I'm going to use 10 drops of essential oil. This is going to be a mixture of rosemary, lavender, and bergamot. So bergamot and lavender are just lovely oils. We get some citrus from the bergamot, some calming, soothing qualities for our skin from the lavender. Rosemary, great for our respiratory system, wonderfully uplifting. It's a favorite oil of mine. So I will combine 10 drops total, maybe 12, if you're feeling like you have a bigger container or you're making a larger batch, you work with what you have. And again, use your intuition. That will provide the first portion of our base. I'm going to add some glycerin. Again, wonderful for the skin. Wonderful for making sure all of these ingredients blend together. To avoid a mess, like we don't have one already here, right? I'm going to partially fill my container with alcohol. Then add these wipes, future wipes. Right now they're still just paper towels. I'm gonna let those start to absorb that, see what happens. I can add some more alcohol to these. I just don't want it to overflow. And a little bit more water. We know how absorbent our paper towels are. Those are gonna soak that right up, and I'm going to let that happen over the next several moments. I have this beautiful jar of hand sanitizing wipes. So it's really fun. You would be surprised. Good quality wipes, letting that water absorb. I'm not gonna let them sit in liquid. I'm gonna drain out some of that liquid if I seem to think that that's what happens. What I'll do is I'll get another container and I'll drain this precious liquid onto another small container of wipes, or maybe a little handy sack that I'll throw in the door of my car. Okay, so we want to use all of the precious resources that we have, both the precious resources residing within you as well as around your home. Enjoy your recipes.